Hey everybody, just wanted to create a video to share some knowledge about something that I think we all need to be aware of, and that is vegetable oils. They're extremely toxic to the human body and specifically the brain. Uh, I'm not going to go into too much detail on what I'm reading, but if you want to know a little bit more, I'm just reading just the intro of a book called Deep Nutrition. And in this book, just during the intro, she's speaking about this is her revised version, and she includes a chapter, and she says it's a book within a book about the damaging effects of vegetable oils. And she was really alarmed to see that some of the highest class 5-star restaurants and hotels and things like this, that you're paying a pretty penny to or not a penny, a pretty dollar to eat there and to have good quality food. And she was noticing that they were still using these vegetable oils to make it easier to cook and to make it cheaper. But I'm sure there's other reasons behind why we do it, because we just don't blink an eye to it. She also mentions that there's so many different reasons for being afraid of food, and just anti this, and you can't have this and you can't have that, and you know gluten this and vegan this, and there's just so many different things that people have to be aware of, that they've chosen these vegetable oils to use. Even we do, and they're extremely toxic to the human system. And she just goes on here to explain that um, where is it? Yeah, she said she goes on to just talk about how she is is trying to understand why people are not cluing into the damaging effects of these oils, and that why are they not out of the diet. And she said maybe it's because I explained how vegetable oil is bad for so many reasons, from damaging arteries to causing fatty liver and interfering with cell development. She said I failed to get the message across. Perhaps I should have picked a single target, because she also said, high levels of sugar are toxic, and that's another thing. And then maybe it's because she didn't say that the average health conscious consumer gets 15 to 30% of their calories from the sugars in vegetable oils. Uh, and the non health conscious eater gets 30 to 60% of their calories from these toxic things. So maybe these oils are still so ubiquitous because they are tasteless and odorless, and it's hard to know when some cost-cutting corporation is sneaking them into your food, she says. Perhaps these oils are still so prevalent just because there's so much else gone wrong with the food that we buy. And we're so afraid antibiotics, we're so afraid of herbicides, pesticides, GMOs, like I said, the gluten. And so I think she thinks that the vegetable oils are just getting swept under the rug, so to speak. So she just mentions that in this updated version of her book, she talks a lot about why it damages your brain, and that it's hard to understand that because there's no real objective testing for mental issues that are arising from eating cooked vegetable oils. And not even just sometimes cooked, but the processes that are made to get to that oil are very toxic and damaging in itself. And so, yeah, she just goes on to say here, so much data has come in since 2008 that has convinced me that oils are particularly harmful to the brain that I was tempted to write a whole book on it. For example, she says researchers in Milan have shown one of the harmful compounds in vegetable oils degrades the internal highways of nerve cells called intermediate filaments. Another group of people found in Mount Sinai found that metabolites of vegetable oil to mice in varying concentrations, and that the mice who ate the most oil developed Alzheimer's the quickest at the earliest age. And she says, because of the avalanche of new evidence pointing to vegetable oils as the most powerful brain-killing chemicals, when the opportunity to publish this revised version of Deep Nutrition, she knows she needed to add a chapter of it. She said, this just can't wait any longer. And thankfully, the Deep Nutrition book was created a while ago and has helped a lot of people. So it's really nice to see people come out with revised versions of, because as science continues to learn more and more about our food systems and the way our body works, they're able to revise. I said we, they're able to revise. Anyhow, just wanted to share that, and I hope you get the message across that be aware of when people are cooking things, especially baked goods or salad dressings, and you'll see the cheapest oils being used. You'll never see, very rarely will you see a company using high grade, high quality um, oils and taken care of properly, because it's not just that, but like of course there's UV stuff as well, and that's why like olive oils want to be in dark bottles and stuff like this to just reduce the damaging effect of light on them. Anyhow, I hope you watch this, and I hope you start changing your vegetables oils if you use them, especially if you're a restaurant. If you want to do service to um, your customers and you want to help, promote good healing and good health, um, looking for alternatives to that. And I'm not saying I have tons of answers. I cook with pork lard and tallow and ghee, sometimes in butter and coconut oil, and some other ones that have higher smoke points, but also ones that were traditionally used to make food. So yeah, just trying to do my best to navigate the food system that has failed us as humans. Unfortunately, maybe not purposefully, in some way, but it is the nature. Cheers.